You're listening to the Soda Podcast, and this is the DataDreamTeam series. Coming up on the next episode is Harvinder Atwal. Harvinder is here to show how he has applied lean thinking and DevOps and Agile methodologies to develop the right organization and structure for data management and governance. Harvinder was the technical reviewer for Jesse's book, Data Teams, and so we know that this topic is something that he is deeply passionate about. Here are Jesse and Harvinder catching up.
Let's start off with an easy one. Do you play an instrument?
No, I don't. I am dreadful playing musical instruments. I much prefer listening to music.
What do you listen to then?
I actually listen to either sort of electronic dance music or Punjabi music these days. When I was writing my book, actually, like a lot of people, I have procrastination problems, so I did try lots of different types of music, genres like classical music to try and focus, but I found that actually progressive house was the thing that focused the best.
Have you ever listened to psytrance to try to do that?
I've tried, trance, yes. I've tried trance music, but it's a little bit too slow for me.
Harvinder, what keeps you awake at night?
I guess outside data, for me, I'm very interested in data doing good and politics and wanting to make the world a better place. And the thing that I'm very concerned about is the kind of slide back into authoritarianism and deglobalization. I think it's definitely a bad thing for the world.
So what are you passionate about that has nothing to do with data?
Apart from data, big fan of Liverpool Football Club. That's quite a big passion of mine.
If you could do anything with data, what would it be?
That's a very good question. I'd probably try to use it to help reverse disinformation. So I think, one of the root causes of, as I mentioned, the slide into authoritarianism and deglobalization is just the amount of misinformation and propaganda and lack of objective information out there. So I definitely want to use data to combat that.
I've thought a lot about that, but then you get into dealing with people's biases and people's this and that of, I see your graph, but that's your opinion. That even goes into data teams and how you present that as a data scientist. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, it is true. Sometimes you present facts and other people see them as opinions. And the way I try and get around it is I will say, well, okay, let's test it in some way. So if you think it's opinion, let's simply test. We'll do an A/B test. We'll go with your opinion for A. We'll go with the data for B. And at the end, we'll see who's proven right. And at that point, a lot of people just generally go quite quiet.
What is something everyone should be reading right now?
I'm actually reading a couple of really interesting books. So one is Daniel Kahneman's new book, Noise. So the reason I think that's really interesting is, all our use of data and predictive analytics, there's still always going to be random noise and random variation in there. And it's really important to understand that it exists. And there's little you can do to remove it completely. All you can try and do is minimize it. So it's the data person is quite humbling to read that. And then another book is Ask Your Developer by Jeff Lawson, which I found kind of like really interesting because I'm also interested in sort of related domains to data. And this one focuses on software development and software engineering and some of the challenges there.
One thing people may not know about you is that you are the technical reviewer for my book, Data Teams. So what was your favorite chapter in there or favorite takeaway that you had?
Yeah, I actually really liked the first chapter. So I thought it set the scene really, really well. So it talked about things like the differences between data engineering, data science, and ops. I'm pretty sure a lot of non-data people wouldn't really understand those differences. So I thought it was a really good explanation. It talked about why big data is so complicated, why you require all these different skills, and I like some of the definitions that you used as well. Big data has been defined by the 5 V's, but you're talking about, well, actually it's better defined by the things that you can't do as a team or with small data. And if it falls outside that, then that's a better definition. And also I thought it was a really good summary of why some teams failed, why others were successful. So yeah, the first chapter I thought did a really excellent job of setting the scene and helping people understand some of the specific challenges with data and why it had so many different roles in the space.
We're going to be hearing more on how to deliver agile data science at scale. There's something for everyone. Harvinder will shed light on hiring, training, retaining, and growing skills. We'll be sharing some great stories on how he's used analytics to enhance customer experience and improve business performance. You'll hear why it's all about the algorithms, the people, processes, and technology that excite Harvinder to make the changes needed to deliver value from data. Remember to tune in. If you tap follow and just add Soda, you'll be the first to know about new episodes from Soda as soon as they drop. To hear more data team stories and get access to some great reading recommendations, check out dreamteam.soda.io to get involved. We'll meet you back here soon at Soda Podcast.